Howdy, apes. Today we're going to talk about doing some online database research through the Jefferson County Public Library for your critical lens essay. Um, so you're going to go to and just search for Jefferson County Public Library. It's going to bring up this page. There's two ways to get to the online databases. One is to click research, and then you can click research databases A to Z list, which then brings you to this gigantic list of databases. I don't really like doing it that way. So the other way I like to do it is to go through the teen page, and then you click homework help, and it brings you to these databases that the Jefferson County Public Library feels like are probably the best for high school students and middle school students. So we're going to go down to literature and mythology, and the database that you want to be using for this paper, since it's a literature paper, is literature resources from Gale. So it's going to make you log in on my home computer. It just fills this in automatically. You got to put your name and your library card number. You log in to the database, and all of this is paid through your tax dollars. And then here you go. They changed the setup. It used to look a little bit differently. I think this looks pretty slick now. But you're going to start doing some search terms. And on this page, you can see that I've tried a whole bunch of search terms. So let's just search Heart of Darkness. Right? And it's going to bring it up. Now, if you're writing a biographical paper, then biographies might work. And whenever you get these search results, you want to look over on this side, right? Because maybe you can use it to bring it down to more usable, because I mean 523 is a lot of things. And like I was saying, you might want to do biographies if you're doing a biographical paper. Most of you will be in the literature criticism articles, which all come up right here. The other thing that you can look on this side is publication title, and there's one that you want to look for in particular. There's Conradiana, right, which is a literary magazine, a literary criticism magazine that's published 2 times a year. A university in Texas publishes it, I believe, but it's only dedicated to works by Joseph Conrad. It's such a niche little tiny grouping of things. So they're going to have a lot of different articles about Heart of Darkness in there, all criticism, literary criticism articles. So I mean, you could click that and see what comes up. And many of these articles that were up there at the beginning were up. So when you go back, let's click all 523, and the things that's nice is, let's say I'm doing a post-colonial paper, so I can read the titles and I can see Bound in Blackwoods, The Imperialism of Heart of Darkness. That might sound really good. So I can click this little button, this save button, and it puts it in a folder for me up here, right? And let's just click it so that we can see what happens. So see, it comes up here into my folder, and I can just look at it later, right? Maybe I'm doing a psychological paper, Cultural Psychosis on the Frontier, the Work of Darkness, and just, all right, I'm going to save it. Boom. Conrad's Aeneid, Heart of Darkness, and the Classical Epic. Let's save it, right? You also, let's say I click into this article, and I can start looking at the paper, right? And just remember, I mean, I say this to my regular seniors all the time. Research means reading. You have to sit down and read these articles. You can email it to yourself, right? You can download it. You can print it. You can even highlight it while you're in here. And you can click citation tools, and it'll tell you how to cite it in your paper. But I mean, there's some really great articles up here. When you're done, you can come up and click into my folder, and you can just say email all of these to yourself, so that you can just save them all and then email them all in one shot. Let's go back a couple pages though. And when you use the databases, it's kind of just a little sifting through. I also found that when I clicked on the advanced search, and I didn't put in a keyword, but I put in Heart of Darkness under the name of the work, and then I searched, I came up with different So I only have 192 now under literature criticism, and they're different articles than we got before. These are all different articles. So you can play with that sort of thing, and just play with the advanced search and see what you come up with. But on this page, I've put several search terms that I've tried, and be aware of that Conradiana magazine, and go forth and do some research, and good luck.